Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome to week 6. I trust your weekend was pleasant and safe and happy. Well, let's see how we go. As you'll notice on the front page of stage 2, the cover page, the link to the YouTube channel is here. So YouTube channel right there if you want to find the other videos for previous weeks if you're trying to catch up, or you just want to see what was happening or you're not sure, that's the link in the description. So, English, writing. You've got a few things to do here. Imagine you were going to write a report on food. What headings might you use to organize your ideas more effectively? Write 5 ideas for topics in the boxes. So that's task number 1, really. So I could have things like there's a processed, fresh, taste, nutritional value, perhaps something like that. So things like that. That's the first task. Second task, because what we're doing right now, I should go back to this, to understand the structural features of informative text. So in this task, we're not so much trying to piece together an informative text, we're trying to show you the structure, how it's supposed to be. So your next task is to read the paragraph below about the Spinosaurus, that's this guy right here, and create a subheading you might use for the paragraph. So here's the paragraph. So what we've done here, the first task was for you to figure out different subheadings that you might, or organizing your thoughts and ideas, where you would like the subheadings to go. This next task is about reading this and trying to work out a subheading. Here we go. Most paleontologists believe that the spines along Spinosaurus's back held up a large sail of skin. A few have another theory, that the spine supported a fatty hump like a camel. It is thought that either of these would have helped Spinosaurus to control its body temperature and also helped it communicate with other dinosaurs. So that's the paragraph they've given you. Here's the caption. So a caption is a short piece. So you would caption that. Okay, so the first thing is, what would be the subheading? There's quite a few you could use for this. You could say anatomy. You could say it's the features. You would maybe just say Spinosaurus spine. Something like that. It's entirely up to you. Third task, I should move on now, is to caption this image. A caption is a short piece of writing that relates to a picture or image in an information text. Write suitable caption for this one. There's the Spinosaurus. Let's see. The physical description, a scientist's theory of what the Spinosaurus would look like. Because remember, we don't have photos of them. Scientists theorize what these dinosaurs looked like exterior by their shape of their bone, size, and what they're like. So a lot can be said through that. It's quite fascinating how paleontologists go about this. So we could say an artist's impression of what? I'm going to write that one. You can write your own. Of a can't spell. I can't spell. An artist's impression of what a Spinosaurus would look like. Imagine I just typed the rest in. Next writing page, you are to understand the structure again. So what's our success criteria? I understand how informative or organizing. Got a little heading here. Add an appropriate heading and subheadings to each thing. So now you're not writing it, you're describing the heading and subheading. Crocodiles and alligators belong to a group of reptiles called crocodilians. These fierce carnivores, or meat-eating animals, have not changed much for millions of years. Today, there are 14 types of crocodile, 2 types of alligator, and 6 types of caiman. What do you think the heading would be? So this is clearly the introduction. This is what the heading is. This is the caption, and these are the subheadings. So, because I like Pun Day Monday today, isn't it? Bite-sized descriptions. Terrible pun. I know, it's Pun Day Monday. But I just called it that because they got a big bite on them. So the heading goes here. Make up a heading. A caption. I think it's an alligator. Is it rounded? Can't really tell from here. Crocodile is has a narrower beak. An alligator has a more rounded beak. I can't tell which is which here. I'm going to go alligator. Awaits its prey. Thank you. Then you'd read this. Alligators, such as the American alligator, can run fast on land, but they're even quicker swimmers. To swim, they tuck their legs under their bodies and swoosh their long tail around. Okay, so you would read that, heading that, and then read this one. Good luck. So subheading goes here. Subheading here. Now, yeah, it's quite possible they want it. I'm going to give you 2. You can either do caption, the image, or subheading. Either or, because it could be the subheading to this, but I'd rather see you caption the image. Personally. Good luck. Spelling. Write your spelling list out once. Mondays are once. Tuesday is twice. Wednesday is thrice. So today is once, but the other days throughout the week, you have to write them out more. And then one sentence using at least one word. Do it here. Again, spacebar pushes it out, helps you type with capital letters and full stops. There's no reason for you to forget capital letters and full stops. The only time you will is if you're being lazy, and we don't want you lazy. It's a lazy time enough. No, that was terrible English. Okay, but I want you to put an effort in, capital letters and full stops or punctuation. If you want to ask a question here, you can. But remember, spacebar, push it across. Write the list number here as well. So if you're doing list 4, put it there. And have a break. Then some grammar. Rather interesting here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm doing this video now, but for you, I'm going to type in the learning intention so you will see it when you go to it. To understand the importance of verbs in complex sentences. I can recognize verbs in sentences and use them confidently. Full stop. You're welcome. Verbs represent different actions and processes. Therefore, doing, thinking, saying, and relating. Your task is to read the sentences and highlight the verbs. This here, this little guy here, that's your highlight button. You can choose which highlighter color you want to use. I'm going to be a traditionalist and go yellow. Highlight with yellow. So I'll notice it here. So the excited dog, jumped. He did something. I'm going to go yellow. So he jumped over. That's a doing. The wooden fence and raced down the empty. What's going down? The verb. I'm going to leave that for you to decide. Could be both. Because, well, he could have walked down. That would be an... I don't know. Anyway, up to you. But I want you to highlight it. Moral of the story is, figure it out. Press this guy. Press the button. Have fun. Do it to all of them, please. And I'm going to go back and learn verbs. Okay, now reading. You are doing the questionnaire today, it looks like. You're reading for minimum, no less than 15 minutes. And you're going to ask open-ended questions. Right, type in the book name here, The Hunger Games. And that's the book I'll read. Movie, a book and movie about child murders. Cool. Anyway, question the first. Why did Katniss Everdeen team up with Rue? That's an open-ended question. Because it has a few different situations. In the books and even the movies, it did say that it reminded her of her sister. But also, did she feel sorry for her? Was it because she helped her take down the other, There are so many... Open-ended question is basically one that is not yes or no. It's one that you can put your own interpretation into. 3 of them, please. That many. Then have recess. Now we're rounding again. So this one was started with 72. Then you can decide the next number. And this is the description. This is the thought process. So I will write 63. To the nearest 10. Remember, is it 4 and below or 5 and above? So I would look at this. I would write here 63. Then, I'll just do that. So the 3 in the ones column is less than 4. Therefore, great math word. Therefore, the number would be rounded down to 60. To do this, I would need to... I can't type today. Subtract 3 from 63. That is my thought process. And this is how I did it down here. 60, and I subtracted 3. Got it? Do it to the other 2. I've given you the first answer. You are very welcome. And again, 4 and less, round it down. 5 and more, round it up. I'm not sure which way that looked, but you get that. Part 2, again, look at this column. So this is what it was. So 72 became there. Should say 72, shouldn't it? So if I did 63 here, I would basically put it to wherever I think is 63, and my thought process of what I need to do. So, well, if you go down. Angles. To understand and compare the different types of angles, I can use objects to form an angle. I can compare and name different types of angles. Here we go. Here's an angles chart for you. Angles are measured using degrees. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. 90 degrees is called a right angle. An obtuse angle is past that 90 degrees. A straight angle, straight line, is 180 degrees. And if it goes beyond there, so let's say I've got this angle here and it goes beyond, on the other side, it is a reflex angle. So here's the straight, it goes beyond that. Now, here's the trick. you know what the obtuse angle is, you will know what the reflex angle is. How? Because an obtuse angle, let's go like a circle. The entire circle is worth 360 degrees. From start to finish, 360 degrees from start to finish. Mr. Longhurst forgot his unit of measurement. His biggest sin. Now, if you've got an obtuse angle, hypothetically, let's say that angle in there would be, say 100 degrees. Let's say this is 100 degrees. And I wanted to know what this one is. All I would need to do is go 360 minus the degree on the inside. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. Did I do that right? Oh, that's close enough. It would be, so this degree here, so that one there on the outside, 260 degrees. Little trick for you. I missed the cup. Now, the real world examples of angles. We have kitchen tongs. We have a door. We have some hand doing this symbol for some reason. We have a kid showing a 90-degree angle with his hands. We have chairs. We have many different things. So, each one of them will be categorized. The door is all 90 degrees. Any sharp corners and edges, anything that's 90 degrees. If you have a ruler, this part here is 90 degrees. Just to help out. Above is a spider's web, it looks like, someone doing that. A hand fan, a lounge chair, it looks like, or a beach chair, decking chair, whatever you want to call it. Things like that. So, now, can you find an acute angle around your house? One. And, I just want one. Upload the image here. But how? So, what you would do, you would go to this here. It says insert image. When you have taken your photo, you can either plug your device in and upload it through there, or you can, if you're using an iPad, you can just take the photo and insert it that way. It'll be saved onto it. Or, if you're clever, you can email it to yourself. It's cleverness, but there are plenty of ways to put it here. Or, here's another thing. If you take the image on your mum's phone, she can, or your dad's phone as well, they can actually send us through Dojo. Send the image and say, this is the acute angle. This one is the obtuse angle. This one here is the right angle. But upload it that way. Press this button here. It'll ask you from the computer, from the website. So you want that one. And do that to each one. Midterm check-in. Over the last 4 weeks, you have completed a number of activities, including exercises that focus on cardiovascular endurance, the heart, and strength of lower body, upper body, and core. Your core is between your chest and your hips. This week, you are going to test yourself in each of these areas, plus some others. Perform each task below and note down your score in the box. So you want score/time, yes or no. So, you will understand in a moment. So how many star jumps can you do in a minute? Get the timer out, time yourself. How many star jumps? So you write the score there. Good. Oh, we know how to do now. 6 weeks of this, guys. You know what you're doing. Text boxes, please. So I would reckon, I think I could do 30, hypothetically, I don't know, maybe. I might peter off after about 45 seconds. How many sit-ups can you do in a minute? Again, text box. Do it that way. How long can you stand on your left foot with your eyes closed? So that would be the timer. So this one, so those two would need a score. This one would need a time. You might need a sibling timing you. You might need a parent timing you. You've got plenty of people, plenty of resources. So that would need a time. So let's say 3.25 seconds. You might be longer. If it goes over that line, just open it up or double click on it or click and drag, and press this. It decreases the size. Do that for each one. Read them, text box, put it in. And that's for fitness. For PD health is a growth mindset. 10 growth mindset statements. What can I say to myself? What would I think of? And try thinking. So read all these things. Fixed mindset. So I'm not good at this. That instead of that, you would try thinking of, what am I missing? Too many times we've seen everyone give up too quickly. It's a human trait. Oh, something slightly hard. Oh, how do I do this? No. What am I missing? Think of it for yourself. What could I do to improve myself? I'm awesome at this. Am I on the right track? If you're overconfident thinking you're awesome at something, that's right. You should be asking yourself, am I on the right track for this? Because no one likes someone who's up a high and then going, oh, I've missed 14 things. It's a deep dive there. So instead of saying, I'm killing this, I'm actually doing this right. Then backtrack. If you are, boss. If not, take a step. Instead of saying, I give up, try thinking about, I'll use some of the strategies we've learned. We've given you all the tools. That's what it's saying. As teachers, everyone in life, you're being nurtured. You're being trained in how to do these things. We're giving you the tool set to stop you from giving up. We do not allow laziness anymore. Please. Next, geography. After lunch, geography. Last week, we looked at different habitats and the animals that live in those different environments. This week, we are going to look at an animal that is native to Australia, a bearded dragon. There they are. On this slide, you'll see 2 pictures of Miss Wotherspoon's pet dragon. That's a little cute, isn't it? The first was taken over a year ago, sitting on Miss Wotherspoon's hand. And the second one was taken more recently. Yeah, beautiful creatures, aren't they? What natural habitat do you think a bearded dragon belongs to? Where could you find a bearded dragon in the wild? So our learning intention today is I'm learning about bearded dragons, their natural habitat, and what they need to do to survive captivity or survive as a pet. I can identify where bearded dragons are found and what they need to survive in the wild or as a pet. Here we go. You've got a bunch of information here you are to read. Bearded dragons are a type of reptile. This means they are cold-blooded, rely on the sun for heat, and lay eggs to have their babies. You read all of this, all of these things. Question the first. What do wild bearded dragons rely on for heat? Answer it. What can't bearded dragons do if it's too cold? All the information is here. We're not asking you to search things just yet. Second page we might be. Where does Miss Wotherspoon care for her pet dragon? Please watch the following video to answer. So you've got 2 videos here. You can watch this one. Cool little thing. I watched this myself. Bearded dragons are awesome. And there's this video. How to care for a bearded dragon. Watch them both. If ever there's an additional video, whenever I was at university, or even in high school, primary school, I used to like the extra material. Helped you understand it more. Don't be afraid to go the extra miles. It's great. So here we have, what does a bearded dragon need to survive when kept as a pet? All the information should be there. And give us a little bit of your own ideas as well. You've got this. And you're done. Excellent. The end of the video, a task I want you to do for this activity is to open the text box. Open this up here and say what shirt I am wearing for this video. Okay? It is, by the way, the NAIDOC shirt. That's your task. If you got to the end of this video. Well done. Take care of yourself. Have a great Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.